So we have the following figures are composed of squares and circles, and we want to know which figure has a shaded region with largest area. So for this question, probably the most straightforward way is just to like calculate them like individually, each one. So we first start with like shape A, like we start with the first shape, right? So to find the area of the shaded region, we can just find the area of the square minus the area of the circle, right? So the area of the square is just 4, right? Because the square is side length 2, and the radius of the circle is what? The radius of the circle is 1. So that means the area of the circle is pi r squared. So pi times 1 squared, the area of the circle is pi. So the area of the shaded region in this case is 4 minus pi. In region B, notice that like the area of the square is still 4, but this time each circle has radius 1/2, right? Like each of these circles has area 1/2, or each of these radii is 1/2, because we have like 4 of these radii, right? So we divide by 4. So the area of each of these circles is going to be pi r squared. So pi times 1/2 squared. But we have 4 of these circles, so then we times 4. So overall, this is still going to be pi. So the total area of the 4 white circles is still going to be pi. So the area of the shaded region is still 4 minus pi. And then for C, in this case, it's slightly different because the square is inside the circle, like instead of the circle being inside the square. So the area of the circle has radius 1, right? The circle clearly has radius 1. So the area of the circle is pi. Then we know that the diameter of the circle, they told us, is 2. So that tells us that like this diagonal here, the diagonal of that square has length 2. So you can find that each of these side length has length square root 2 for the square. So to find the area of the square, you would just do square root 2 squared. That gives us 2. So subtract 2. The area of the white square is 2. So pi minus 2 represents the area of the shaded region. So now we kind of have to do some approximations, right? So we should know that like pi is approximately like 3.14. So 4 minus pi is going to be about 4 minus 3.14, which is about 0.86. Right? So this is about like 0.86. And then pi minus 2 is going to be about 1.14. So after doing these decimal approximations, we want to know which figure has the shaded area with the largest area. We see that's clearly going to be shape C, right? Because 1.14 is bigger than 0.86 and, for both A and B. So the answer would just be choice C, and we'd be done.